So, good morning everyone. Now, in this lecture video, we will understand how to work with Spider, Jupyter, and Google Colab. As you all know, that in the last lecture, we had seen the features, pros, and cons of Spider, Jupyter, and Google Colab. So, in this lecture, we will try to learn that how to write Python codes using Spider IDE, then we'll learn to work on Jupyter IDE, and then finally we will learn how to work on Google Colab, right? So let's start with the topic. First of all, we will use Spider IDE. So once you open a Spider IDE, how we are going to open it? We have installed Anaconda in our system. So inside Anaconda, if you see, you will get number of options. Here you get Spider, and here you get Jupyter. So you have to select Spider, then a Spider window will open, and then you can open Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook will open. So here we are with our Spider Notebook. So let's start with how to write code on Spider Notebook, Spider IDE, right? So first of all, I write hello world, and then I click on this execute, and once I executed, the output window is here. So this is how we will write code in Spider IDE. But before that, we need to know the features and what are the options available with Spider IDE. So this one is the coding window where you are going to write your codes, right? And the advantage of Spider IDE is that if you start writing some code, it will suggest you with the options with the given words. So just I type PRIN and it is showing me the number of options available with print. So I selected print, and then I put a parenthesis, and then I saw that closing parenthesis is available automatically. So in this, once I put colon, double comma, it is closing with double comma, and I am writing the code hello world, hello world, right? Okay. Now this window is what? This is the window for output. Whatever the code we are writing, the output will be available here. So let's increase some lines of code. So here I am taking a variable x equal to 4 and y equal to 10 and z equal to 20. And now I am trying to print the sum of x plus y plus z. See, even if I am making some mistake, this Spider ID is going to help me with the suggestions that your code is having some error, right? So the best part of this Python IDE that it will help you and suggest you the proper syntaxes. So my advice to the beginners who are just started working on Python, they are not much aware of the syntaxes and rules. So you should use Spider. So in one line I will say, if you are a new Python coder, you are learning, then you should go with Spider, because it will help you in suggesting the syntaxes. It will help you in writing the code. Once you type something, it will help you with the option available with those combination of letters. So here Python Spider is suggesting me to put a closing parenthesis. I placed it, and the error is gone. And now here in the option menu, I have execute button. So I will click on this execute button. So once the execute button is clicked, output is available here. And this window is a window for variable explorer. It will show me what are the number of variables that are currently in the execution state. So for this program, the three variables are there: x, y, z. Their type is integer, and then 4, 10, and 20. So this is how you are going to work on Spider IDE. It's a very basic introduction. Now once you know the you can say the number of codes, once you are going to be expert, you are going to have more knowledge, then you can write whatever the code you want in this particular area as per your requirement, and you click on this execute button. You will get the output here, and you will get the number of variables which are currently in the state of execution. So once I write with the code, I am done with my code. I will go to file menu and I will go to save, and then I will select a folder. Presently I have not selected any folder, but what you need to do, you need to create a separate folder in your PC, and then you can write the file name, first program 1.py. So now the file is saved. So that is how we are going to work on Spider IDE. Now let's move to work on Jupyter IDE. So once I selected from Anaconda menu from program files, I app here is Jupyter IDE, right? So you will see localhost 8888 and tree. This is the URL for Jupyter IDE. Here the number of folders that are available with me. So here what I need to do, you just see the new button here. So once you click on new button, there is option for creating folder. So before writing any code, I will just create a folder, and my all codes will be written in that folder, right? So let's see where this folder is created. So if I slide down slowly, yeah, it is here, untitled folder 1 seconds ago, means this is the folder that I have created just now. So I will select it, and then I will go to top, and I will select rename option. Rename option, I can like python underscore practice underscore programs. I created a folder python practice programs, and I press rename here. So once I performed renaming, you see here is the folder python practice programs, right? Now I will navigate to this folder, and then again I have a option of new. Here I will select a python 3. Here my version is python 3, so I will be available with python 3. And once I click this, a new window will open, separate window will open, and you will see the name of the file is untitled.ipynb. You just see here in Spider the extension is py, and here it is ipynb. So first of all, what I will do, I will untitled, I will rename it. I will rename it to first program. So since it is my first program in this folder, so for practice, so I will write it first program. Now the extension is ipynb. Here in Spider it is py, and here it is ipynb, means I stand for interactive, py for python, nb for notebook. Basically the files that you are creating in Jupyter are called notebooks, and there are number of options. Again the execute button, then this is the place where you are going to write your code. So I am writing the code like I wrote in Spider. Once I write it, I will click on execute, and you see the output is available. Some spelling mistake is there, let's correct it. Hello world, WORLD, yeah, right. Now let's run the same code. X equal to 4, y equal to 10, z equal to 20, and I print x plus y plus z. Let's run it again. Yeah, 34. So what you find the difference between Spider and Jupyter is, here you have got a single coding window. There is no multiple coding window in the same file, but in Jupyter you find there are number of sections available, and you can increase the number of sections for writing your code separately with this plus button, right? It will open with a new place where you can write your codes, and if you are not required, you just cut it from here. It will delete all the newly created coding place. So the benefit of this IPYNB, its interactive Python notebook, is once you write your code, you just go and save it. And now suppose I close it. So once I close it, I will open it again, and let's see what we find here. See, I have available with the latest state of the execution. So this IPYNB file is different from this PY file. This PY file is just a text file. It will just contain the codes. But this Jupyter notebook will contain the code as well as the output and as well as the latest state of the execution of the program. So you have more information in IPYNB interactive Python notebook, Jupyter notebook, rather than this spider IDE, right? So once you close it and once you open it, you'll see what we are going to have. This is our first program 1.py. You see, you will just get the code that you have written, but in Jupyter you will get the latest output that are saved, and once you close it, it will ask you to save. So let's save the state and then close it and then try to open it and see what is the output. So this is the basic difference between py Python file and IPYNB Python notebook. So difference between Python notebook and Python file is just a text code, and Python notebook is the code with the output and the latest execution state saved with the notebook file. And one more option is here you can write different segments, and in different segments you can perform different operations. So when the cursor is here, you will click execute, it will execute that section. Cursor is here, you run it, it will give you output for this window, right? So this is the advantage of Jupyter over Spider. And now we come to Google Colab. So this one is the screen of Google Colab. What you need to do, first of all, you need to have a Gmail ID. You will open your browser, you will log in with your Gmail ID, and then you have to go to Google, and in Google you will just say Google Colab. So not tutorial, just say Google Colab. So once you go to Google Colab, you will get this link. So I click that link and this one is open for me because already I have written some programs. So on the flash screen, the welcome screen, I will get a pop-up here. It will show me what are the latest programs that I have created and some of the programs that I saved in my drive, right? So I click somewhere else and I will be skipping with that welcome window. What I need to do is I need to create some programs. So first of all, here the file menu, I will go to this option new notebook and click it. It will create a new notebook for me. Since you need a live internet connection with this, so the speed of execution will depend on the speed of your internet. So yeah, so if you compare with this Jupyter IDE, you will see that again this is IPYNB, right? IPYNB. So you can see that the Google Colab is based on Jupyter IDE only. The difference is that this is let first underscore let's rename it first underscore program. I clicked somewhere else and the file is renamed. So again it is IPYNB, this is also IPYNB. What I am going to do, I am going to use some shortcut. I will copy this code and I will copy this code and I will paste it here. I will paste it here and I will click on the run button. So once the run button is clicked, we'll see the output. As I said, it is connected with internet, so the execution speed will be depending on the live internet connection. See, here is the output, and again I have to get a new coding window. I will get it, and I will again write hello world, and then I will click on execute. So it will be executed just like Jupyter ID. Now I have to save it. So I will go and I will save this file. So the whole file will be saved. And if I want to create and save it in a drive, Google Drive, so I will click on this, and it will be creating a copy of my project in Google Drive. So benefit of this Google Drive is I can share it anywhere, I can use it anywhere, and if I am working in a team, I can share the drive link with my team. My team can access those files, and they can separately work on it, and they can save it, and then that will be available with me. So benefit with Google Colab is that if you are working on a collaborative project, there are number of person or different places, so uh, without any problem, person sitting in Delhi, person sitting in Chennai, and person sitting in Lucknow or anywhere can collaborate on the same program, same project, and they can work with each other without any problem. So this was how to work on Spider, Jupyter, and Google Colab. So last but not the least, if you are beginner, if you want to learn Python coding, you should go with Spider IDE. It will suggest you how to write codes. It will suggest you the errors that you are creating while writing in your code. Once you are through with this uh, syntaxes and all, you want to have some advanced programming, you go with this Jupyter programming, Jupyter IDE. So and once you are going to work professionally, you want to have some more data, you want to have some um, teamwork, you want to have some professional projects, so you can go with Google Colab, where you can work with a team and you can write your projects, right? So thank you so much. This was all about how to use uh, Jupyter, Google Colab, and Spider IDE. So we'll see you very soon in next lecture. Till then,